It's the National Football League on EA Sports, as we see a couple of teams who were both started in Boston. It's the Washington Commanders and the New England Patriots. Coming up next.
You're getting a look at the most famous building in Foxborough. Opened in 2002, it's Gillette Stadium. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other from the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Ready to get this game started. Here's John Parker Romo. And we're off and running from Gillette. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Out of the gun, Daniels. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. They'll try and take an option left side. First carry now for... He loses the football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Marte Mapu, the man on the tackle. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Third down give to Eckler. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 2 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Washington first.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. He's contained at the line for no gain. Kyle Duggar hauling him down. We have an injured player here. Looks like it's a member of the Patriots in some discomfort. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. staying with Eckler. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10, or under Robinson. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Jabril Peppers bringing that one to an end. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Daniels from the pistol. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, it's Daniels. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Drake entered the league as a top 5 pick because he checks a lot of boxes. Just the way you want him. Tall, athletic, great arm. 1 year at North Carolina, put on an absolute show. And yeah, his 2nd year as a starter took a little bit of a beating and some question whether or not he was still a top 5 pick. The ability, there's no question there. It is now the consistency in taking care of the football that will be a big part of Drake's career.
Right to the air with May. Finds his man. It's Demario Douglas. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Going play action, May. That's taken in by Henry. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, his big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there, that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Going to the ground again on first. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a pickup of 11. And the Patriots will have a first down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They give it to him again. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 now. Diggs there to bring it in. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
First down throw for May. He'll get this to Henry. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. All right, time to get this second quarter going. The Patriots set up inside the red zone. First down from the red zone. Touchdown, New England. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
John Parker Romo out to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Here's Romo to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their second drive. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. He'll get this one to Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He'll get this to Samuel. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's taken in by Samuel. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They bring McLaurin in motion right. He'll cobble together a yard there. Milton Williams making the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. But let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle. 6 yards, the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Option play, here's a give to Eckler. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. The penalty makes this a 3rd and 6. Daniels back to throw. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Robert Spillane has it. And the Patriots get the football on the first turnover of the contest. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
The Patriots and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's May. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And it sets up 2nd down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Back to the air. It's May. Throwing the out route complete. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Made out a throw on third. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up fourth down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Patriots punt team coming out with former sixth-rounder Bryce Behringer to do the honors. And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. And after the punt, the offense comes out onto the field. And the Commanders will go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play fake here, Daniels. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
A handoff for Robinson, running right. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Now Daniels to throw. Complete beyond the marker. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's Daniels. And they had that one contained right at the line. Tracked down by Robert Spillane.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. The Commanders pushing for a score before the break. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing now, Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down too. Excellent work. 16 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
That's complete to Zach Ertz. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that will set up 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Again, Daniels to the air. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders get some late points and the lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders push their lead to 3. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Antonio Gibson now to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Patriots back on offense late in the first half. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. They've got first down from the 31. From the gun, it's May. Henry on the catch. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
2nd and 3 now. May now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New set of downs for him from the 46. May on 1st and 10. Setting up the running back screen. And he's a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before going out. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
They've got first down from the 31. To the air yet again, May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 3 now. Operating from the gun, here's May. Cut near the goal line. And he has the New England touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Romo on to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots take a 4-point lead. Here's Romo to handle the kickoff. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. We've arrived at halftime with the Patriots in front after 2 here in Foxborough. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Patriots got a solid first half from their quarterback, Drake May. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Gibson. He stopped on the return at the 27. The New England offense with the football. They get it first here in the second half. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing is May. It's taken in by Kendrick Bourne. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Handoff now out of the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
2nd and 13. Short pass brought in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. May now. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Okay, you hear me in my talk back all the time with our producer saying, hey, circle that play. Hey, you just never know. You just never know in this league, in these games that are so close, which can be the play that really sparks the turnaround. And defensively, you needed to get off the field. Defensively, you wanted to give the ball back to your offense in a one-score game, and that 3rd down sack, well, it just did it.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. That's taken at the 15. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt goes 63 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. An option give to Robinson. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. Five men in the secondary for the Pats. Third down. Daniels from the pistol. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field and tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Motioning him from the slot right. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Kyle Duggar holding him down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
He'll get this one to Brown. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Daniels on first down. He'll get this to Samuel. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tracked down by Robert Spillane.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
That's McLaurin on the quick slant. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. Room to the right. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger. But that back remains hungry.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that makes it 2nd and long. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many Just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Daniels. Flush down now to his left. And they will score! Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders grab the lead on their first series of the half. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Gay with the point after. And the Commanders push their lead to 3. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The New England offense running out now. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Made a throw it. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. They just get the play off. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. So we're through 3 here. It's the Patriots with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They send him left out of the slot. The give here on 2nd. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. From the gun, here's a handoff. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Give him 1 on the carry. It's going to be 4th down. John Puckaromo now. Let's see how he handles this moment. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And in the fourth quarter, that's going to tie the game.
After I'd imagine dozens and dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
Here's Romo to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Commanders all set to regain possession. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now, Daniels. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Now Daniels off the play action. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here's Daniels. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's Robinson up the middle. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Daniels back to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Robinson on the inside give. And he'll go down here at the 16. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Commanders will have a first.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This one's caught. Touchdown, Washington. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. It puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Gibson. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Patriots ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. Finds him over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to be blocked down after reaching the 43. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Back to the well again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. May now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Back to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Oh, it's the screen. Pass complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. And they do not get a desperately needed 1st down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
The Commanders set to take over. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. They send a man in motion. A toss now to Robinson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Here's a give to Robinson. He's out in the clear. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Another carry for Robinson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Staying with Robinson. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. The defense takes its third and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Handoff now to Robinson. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Commanders breaking out the victory formation here as he goes to a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.